Bayezid II, or Sultan Bayezid of Veli, was the eldest son and successor of Mehmed II, ruling as Sultan of the Ottoman Empire from 1481 to 1512. During his reign, Bayezid II consolidated the Ottoman Empire and thwarted a Safavid rebellion soon before abdicating his throne to his son, Selim I. He is most notable for evacuating Jews from Spain after the proclamation of the Alhambra Decree and resettling them throughout the Ottoman Empire. Early life. Bayezid II was the son of Mehmed II. His mother's identity is undetermined. There are two main theories, that she was Emin Gulbahar Hatun or Siti Mukrimi Hatun. Bayezid II married Gulbahar Hatun, who was the mother of his eldest son Şehzade Ahmet, as well as Bayezid I's heir and successor, Selim I, and nephew of Siti Mukrimi Hatun. Fight for the throne. Bayezid I's overriding concern was the quarrel with his brother Sem, who claimed the throne and sought military backing from the Mamluks in Egypt. Having been defeated by his brother's armies, Sem sought protection from the Knights of St. John in Rhodes. Eventually, the Knights handed Sem over to Pope Innocent VIII. The Pope thought of using Sem as a tool to drive the Turks out of Europe, but, as the Papal Crusade failed to come to fruition, Sem was left to languish and die in a Neapolitan prison. Bayezid II paid both the Knights Hospitaller and the Pope to keep his brother prisoner. Reign. Bayezid II ascended the Ottoman throne in 1481. Like his father, Bayezid II was a patron of Western and Eastern culture and, unlike many other sultans, worked hard to ensure a smooth running of domestic politics, which earned him the epithet of the Just. Throughout his reign, Bayezid II engaged in numerous campaigns to conquer the Venetian possessions in Morea, accurately defining this region as the key to future Ottoman naval power in the eastern Mediterranean. The last of these wars ended in 1501 with Bayezid II in control of the whole Peloponnese. Rebellions in the east, such as that of the Qizilbash, plagued much of Bayezid I's reign and were often backed by the Shah of Persia, Ismail, who was eager to promote Shi'ism to undermine the authority of the Ottoman state. Ottoman authority in Anatolia was indeed seriously threatened during this period, and at one point Bayezid I's Grand Vizier, Ali Pasha, was killed in battle against rebels. Jewish and Muslim immigration. In July 1492, the new state of Spain expelled its Jewish and Muslim populations as part of the Spanish Inquisition. Bayezid II sent out the Ottoman navy under the command of Admiral Kemal Reis to Spain in 1492 in order to evacuate them safely to Ottoman lands. He sent out proclamations throughout the empire that the refugees were to be welcomed. He granted the refugees the permission to settle in the Ottoman Empire and become Ottoman citizens. He ridiculed the conduct of Ferdinand II of Aragon and Isabella I of Castile in expelling a class of people so useful to their subjects. "You venture to call Ferdinand a wise ruler," he said to his courtiers, "he who has impoverished his own country and enriched mine." Bayezid addressed a firman to all the governors of his European provinces, ordering them not only to refrain from repelling the Spanish refugees, but to give them a friendly and welcome reception. He threatened with death all those who treated the Jews harshly or refused them admission into the empire. Moses Kapseli, who probably helped to arouse the Sultan's friendship for the Jews, was most energetic in his assistance to the exiles. He made a tour of the communities, and was instrumental in imposing a tax upon the rich, to ransom the Jewish victims of the persecutions then prevalent. The Muslims and Jews of Al-Andalus contributed much to the rising power of the Ottoman Empire by introducing new ideas, methods and craftsmanship. The first printing press in Constantinople was established by the Sephardic Jews in 1493. It is reported that under Bayezid's reign, Jews enjoyed a period of cultural flourishing, with the presence of such scholars as the Talmudist and scientist Mordecai Comtino, astronomer and poet Solomon ben Elijah Shabbat Zahib, Shabbatai ben Malkiel Cohen, and the liturgical poet Menachem Tamer. Succession. On September 14, 1509, Constantinople was devastated by an earthquake. Bayezid II's final years saw a succession battle between his sons Selim I and Ahmet. Ahmet unexpectedly captured Karaman, an Ottoman city, and began marching to Constantinople to exploit his triumph. Fearing for his safety, Selim staged a revolt in Thrace but was defeated by Bayezid and forced to flee back to the Crimean Peninsula. Bayezid II developed fears that Ahmet might in turn kill him to gain the throne and refused to allow his son to enter Constantinople. Selim returned from Crimea and, with support from the Janissaries, forced his father to abdicate the throne on April 25, 1512. Bayezid departed for retirement in his native Demotica, but he died on May 26, 1512 at Büyükçekmece before reaching his destination, and only a month after his abdication. He was buried next to the Bayezid Mosque in Istanbul. In popular culture, Bayezid II is depicted in his childhood by Yiğit Kan el-Mali in the 2012 Turkish film Fetih 1453. Sultan Bayezid II's statesmanship, tolerance, and intellectual abilities are depicted in the historical novel The Sultan's Helmsman, which takes place in the middle years of his reign. Sultan Bayezid II and his struggle with his son Selim is a prominent subplot in the video game Assassin's Creed Revelations. In the game, due to Bayezid's absence from Constantinople, the Byzantines had the opportunity to sneak back into the city, hoping to revive their fallen empire. Near the end of the game, Bayezid surrendered the throne to his son Selim. However, Bayezid does not make an actual appearance. Sem is depicted during his time with Pope Innocent VIII and later Pope Alexander VI in the Showtime series Borgia. Bayezid II, prior to becoming Sultan, is depicted by Akin Ghazi in the Stars series, Da Vinci's Demons. He seeks an audience with Pope Sixtus IV, only to be ridiculed and humiliated by Sixtus. Actions which later serve as a pretext for the Ottoman invasion of Otranto. Sixtus assumes that Bayezid has been overlooked in favor of his brother Sem, and is merely acting in his own interests. Marriages and progeny. Consorts: Nagar Hatchin, Sirin Hatchin, Bulbul Hatchin, Gulbahar Hatchin, Gulru Hatchin, Husnusa Hatchin, daughter of Kambaz Kadioglu Nasser Bey of the Karamanids. Ferisad Hatchin. Children: Sayzade Abdullah, son with Sirin Hatchin, governor of Sarahan 1481, and of Karaman 1481 to 1483. Sayzade Ahmet, son with Bulbul Hatchin, governor of Sarahan 1481 to 1483 and of Amasya 1483 to 1513. Sayzade Korkut, son with Nagar Hatchin, governor of Sarahan 1483 to 1501 and 1511 to 1513, and of Anatolia 1502 to 1509 and 1510 to 1511. Sayzade Selimzar, son with Gulbahar Hatchin, who succeeded as Sultan Selim Khan I Yavuz. Sayzade Sayinsa, son with Husnusa Hatchin, governor of Sarahan 1481 to 1483 and of Karaman 1483 to 1511. Sayzade Alemsa, son with Gulru Hatchin, governor of Kastamonu 1504 and of Sarahan 1504 to 1507. Sayzade Mahmud, son with Bulbul Hatchin, governor of Kefa. Sayzade Mehmed, son with Ferisad Hatchin, governor of Sarahan 1502. Aisha Sultan married 1480, Damit Guvaya Sanar Pasha. Hassis Sultan married firstly 1479, Damit Kara Mustafa Pasha, Vizier, M. 1484, Damit Faiq Pasha, Geva Muluk Sultan M. 1480, Damit Ahmed Pasha Dukakis, Selçuk Sultan M. 1486, Damit Muhammad Bey, son of Damit Kara Mustafa Pasha, Ilaldi Sultan M. 1482, Damit Hain Ahmed Pasha, governor of Egypt 1523 to 1524. Hundi Sultan M. 1481, Damid Ahmed Pasha Hersekzada, Grand Vizier 1487, 1497–1516, Ainissa Sultan M. 1490, Prince Damit Sultan Ahmed Godarako Yunlu, Sayzade Sultan M. 1501–1502, Damid Malkoshoglu Yahya Pasha, Vizier 1505, Sah Sultan M. 1490, Damid Nasser Bey, Kamassa Sultan M. 1482, Damid Antali Ali Bali Pasha, Vizier 1482, Sophia Fatma Sultan M. 1504, Damid Guzail Che Hassan Bey,